2013 ZL1 came in with a misfire and also wanted us to check the tune out. We identified the misfire as, well, spark plugs were just in bad shape and way too much gap. Zoner 2 was completely dead though, so that's not just gap. We've got that taken care of. He then wanted us to evaluate the tuning and make sure the car is otherwise healthy. So we now have it on the dyno. So start thinking about what you think it's going to make, because we're going to find out here in just a minute. So I'm told this car is not a Hennessy, even though it has Hennessy badges everywhere. So this car is an automatic with a camshaft. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make a pull just like it is, see what kind of numbers we get, and then look over the data log to see what the AFR and everything look like, to see if we need to do anything different. Take a look back, but I don't think this thing locked in gear like it was supposed to. Oh, downshifted to third. Okay, so a couple of problems here. Whatever they've got done to the tune, you can see here max speed of 93. So as soon as we hit 93 miles an hour, it downshifted and I lost control of the transmission. I also cannot paddle shift into fourth gear. So I'm going to have to make an adjustment before I can even do any kind of tuning on the car or a dyno. Okay, so just looking at what we could on that pull before we had to abort, one thing I have noticed, the AFR is just extremely rich. That's not rich enough to hurt anything, but it is rich, something to take a look at. Now this car is running about 67% ethanol and 24.5 degrees of timing. And what's interesting is the long-term fuel trims apply at wide open throttle on this car, and they're pulling out 10%. So that would actually be richer if it wasn't for that. So we're at 614 horse, 602 torque, and we did stay pretty fat through that whole curve. What's interesting is my wideband actually checked out right about here. So I don't have any data above 5,500, but no reason to assume it wasn't rich the whole time. And again, with this pull. So we had a light lean spike somewhere in the middle where we had about 0.8 lambda to 0.82 while our target's 0.78. But we are up about 13 horsepower and 18 foot-pounds of torque, and the power is everywhere. Now what's interesting, reviewing the video, this was heading towards from mid-12s to 12 on the AFR, and we were nowhere close to that. We should have been about 11.5, 11.6. At the end of the pull, we were just about perfect on target. So that is not accurate. That shows the lean, which is a little problematic if you're trying to use it for safety. But we're going to make one more mild adjustment. I also think we're still making some power up at the top. So I'm going to pull this next one out to about 68 or so and see what we get. Alright, that time we end up at 635. And it did carry out pretty good, up near 67, 68. More importantly, we're following our target pretty close all the way across. Now I could lean this out a little bit and we would make a little bit more power, but honestly we picked up 21 already. I don't really want to lean it out too much more than that on a stock engine that's not just an absolute hot rod. He doesn't really drag strip this car a lot, so I think that's a pretty good safe stopping point.